right, and there we go. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you, TGIF. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. We'll see if this is my inaugural. Hello, Winky. Hello, Scottish. I don't know if any boxes are showing on the stream. I think it should be all clear. Nice to see you, Pam. Kool-Aid Jimmy, what's going on? Cupcake, how are you doing, honey? Okay, I got the black box. Let me just confirm that. Let me fix the black box here. Editor. The black box here should be showing on stream. I don't know which black box. This is the first time I've used this. I got things set up on this. Not showing on stream. Not showing on stream. I think that's okay. Alright, I think we'll turn off this box. Okay. Let's see, showing on stream. Alright, do we still got the black box? Ooh, do we still got the black box? Hello, Sean. Hello, Shimaj. Don't know if the black box. It's all clear now. I got no idea. Hey, Jinxie, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, what an honor to see you in here today. This is the first live stream using the Samsung Galaxy S10, but now there's text on the chat box. Let's turn that baby off. Chat box should be hidden. Should be hidden on this stream. I don't know. Son of a bitch. All right, is it clear? Is it clear? Yeah, I got the S10. That's better. What a mess. Yeah, it's another beautiful day out today. Hello, Matt and Eric, Nate Detroit, Winky. I'm using Streamlabs on the S10. I could use the YouTube side, but I like to keep working on the Streamlabs. It's very important to me that that be functioning. What's up, Dave? How you doing? Hello, Crazy Daisy. Nice to see you. Well, yes, I was watching a Bears Packers, and I never won Bears. Are you watching football night? Well, I'm more of a Baltimore Ravens fan. Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that's the deal. Picture perfect. Thank you, Karina. I have to head out to Planet Fitness in a little bit. I got to get my new Planet Fitness card. I lost that when my keys were lost in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Hello, Amy. And it's complicated because I joined Planet Fitness in Buffalo, and that's considered, thank you, Kenny G, how you doing? Buffalo is considered my home facility because I joined there. Hey, Kaja, it's considered my home facility. So when I lost my keys, then Planet Fitness changed their app. I was able to just go to the Planet Fitness site, log in, and then a scannable copy of my membership card would come up, and I would use that. Now they got something entirely different there. So I have to go down there and get that straightened out, get that set to the local one, because as you know, for travelers, particularly van dwellers, using Planet Fitness is really critical for maintaining hygiene, and also gives you a chance to use the workout facilities too, which is very nice. You get a double header. Let's wait a couple more minutes. Hey, Jacques Blue, how are you? And Kenny G, yeah, Planet Fitness is a lifesaver. I think I checked out every facility in Detroit up there. They were all very nice. They were all really cool. Everyone is a little bit different. Some, you go into some facilities and They don't even have a place to hang your towel up outside the shower, and it's just, some of them are well run and some of them are Hey Jeff, says Red Sox not win. Okay, well, sorry about that. I can usually put Orioles lose. How about that? Somebody's got to be the hawk, and somebody's got to be the food, right? So let's see. Yuma Preps. Hello, Lorena Bobbitt. Yuma Preps. I am waiting today, yesterday, as of noon. My replacement part for the van, the exhaust manifold, was down in LA. So the guy is very well aware, my service manager, that I would like to have my van back today. Will it happen? I'm not really sure. But I'm hoping that the part came in from LA, probably came up in the afternoon and got dropped off overnight. Hello, Joe Smith. How are you? Because I would like to be on the road to down to the southwest. I don't know what the current temperature is going to be in Yuma, but I'm a person that does pretty well in heat. I never had any AC in Detroit or Chicago or any of the places that I went to, Maryland, all that. Been in Tucson. I've gone through Tucson before. Oh, you're headed to Washington, D.C. in the Shenandoah Valley. Yeah. Beautiful ride on the Shenandoah, on the Skyline Drive up there. You can go to Winchester. That's the birthplace of Patsy Cline. And there's some really beautiful views on that trip. I think especially in fall, you go up to at the valley, especially around where it begins in Harper's Ferry, which is one of the most beautiful view spots you'll ever see in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. It's all very beautiful down there. So the Yuma Preps, my son would be mean and mad if he knew I followed you. RB there yet? Well, it is what it is, RB. You know, people follow different people on here. On the daily, you lose people, you pick up new people. It's just the nature of YouTube. And some people get all bent out of shape about it. But the longer you've been doing YouTube, you realize the flow of how subscribers go. And over time, your channel becomes more oriented to what you're doing now. And that's a very important thing. You know, people that don't like the turn, people that don't like say Elvis Travels, me being with him, people that don't like street streaming or whatever, they're long gone by now. Okay, and you're replaced by people that enjoy, and I use the word in quotes, they enjoy the content that you're providing, no matter who it is, the places that you go, and they appreciate things like street streams. Hey Tess, in other words, they get it. They get it, and I like that. That way your channel's always turning very slowly, like an ocean liner. You know, it's not like you have 100 subs or 300 subs. I'm just very, very lucky. Be careful if you run into a monster. And yeah, I'm gonna have to be very careful. It's a good chance I might not even be out of here until Monday or Tuesday anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. I was going to do some audio, some vintage audio stuff, but unfortunately, I mean, it's a sign of the times. Basic competency is so under attack these days. I have that H.H. Scott 232B amplifier, really nice one. That blew up on me in the shop, and you know, I finally got around to ordering the Sam's Technical Bulletin, which is the service manuals that they distribute through the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s to repair shops. And they, of course, they sent me the wrong one, so I had to leave a message for them today. So that puts that at a virtual stall. So it's just, yeah, I've been around. I've seen it all on YouTube. I have seen everything that there is to see. And I'm also smart enough to know if you start tailoring your content to what individual people want to see on the channel, and don't get me wrong, I like it when people weigh in and could you do this or could you do that. I try to accommodate things like that. But if you start steering your channel towards what you think is the most popular way, or what you think will, start getting away from your true self, then you've lost yourself on YouTube. I always say, stay put, do the content you do, and let the people shift to subscribe and unsubscribe. And then the people that don't like the content move on. And then the new people replace them that specifically came because you're doing this content. Thank you, Tony. I'm doing good, Susie Q. How are you, baby doll? You know what I'm saying, Tess? Thank you, RB, there yet. I appreciate it. No, thank you, Stephanie. So that's why, yeah, I was hoping so too, Joe Smith. So I see Joe Smith and I point her out here. Joe Smith is hell no to the no a fan of Elvis Travels. Okay, but I can tell you this, Joe Smith is a fan of Rosie and knows the kind of person I am. So she chooses to stick around and see how everything plays out, which will be, which I'm sure will be very, very watchable content. Hello, Shenanigans. That's why I like Joe Smith. She keys down on the person. She keys down on the person. Yeah, Rosie's absolutely restored my faith in live streaming. Well, I like to live stream with a purpose. Like tonight, I may or may not do baking, or I might just have an open chat on the McNamara channel. I haven't quite decided yet. I have to think about what I would be making for teeny weeny bikini baking on the Rosie McNamara channel. And thank you to those of you who checked out on the Rosie Murphy channel my little afternoon jaunt on the Russian River up there. Thank you, Kaya. I hope I'm saying your name right. Kaya, K-A-I-J-A. So I like that. Friends that are going to be your friends steer through things. Okay, they don't hold you responsible if you have a friend of yours X that's fighting with Y and you're still friendly with Y. They're not the kind to go in there and berate you for being friends with Y just because you don't get along. With X, how you doing, Archer? What is that? Archaeo Futures. Nice to see you. So that's the easiest way to explain things, is that your channel is always reconfiguring in terms of subscribers, but it's always marching upward and onward. Yeah, you'll have a few glitches in the way, a few glitches here and there, but trust me, new people come on precisely because they love the content, and you cannot be allowed to have yourself be steered by the roar of the crowd. And this is how people go wrong, I think, on YouTube. They allow other people to take control of their channel. Thank you, Diane. It's a nice day out today. A beautiful day. Hey, Patsy Klein. And once you've given people control over your channel, you'll have a very difficult time getting it back, because if you let them control it for long enough, then you will have quite a crew of upset people, and it'll be very hard for you to steer back. So the imperative on YouTube is to do what you want to do. Okay, it's your channel, it's your content, it's your right to associate who you want to associate with, and then let the chips fall where they may. Let the chips fall where they may. And that is my whole contention on YouTube, that you provide it, they will come. And as I've always said before, how you doing, Joey D? Yeah, I can't believe I don't have the van either. But as I've always said before, you build it, they will come. And the nature of the thing is, you'll always have the people that come on board that like exactly what you're doing. They want to be part of the mix. They want to be involved. they're not there to make a statement that they don't like this or like that. They're there precisely because they want to be there. Okay? Now, sometimes the roar of the crowd will get a little overwhelming, and maybe they take a back seat. Maybe they lurk in chats and things like that. So that's perfectly understandable. Hi, Celeste. How are you? Bully. Nice to see you. It's perfectly understandable. But people often will write me and, oh, you seem happy year in and year out. You seem like kind of the same person, kind of happy-go-lucky and goofy. What's the key to staying happy? The key to being happy on the YouTube is putting up the things that you want to do and letting the rest of the people follow or leave, one way or the other. That's the great thing about YouTube. There's well over 100 million channels to choose from on there. Oh, I love your van. Yes, you do. Thank you, Diane. The van is kind of a shambles right now. How you doing, Mark Handler? I can't stand the ultimatums between if you watch so-and-so, you're not. That's what I'm saying. Who needs that? It's one of the reasons I don't do panel chats. I enjoy listening to panel chats. I enjoy the people that are doing panel chats. I want to be very clear about that. But for me, it reached a point where I felt like I moved on from panel chats, having done them from June of 2015 for 2.5 years, and every Wednesday and Saturday, and running them. And then all the controversy that comes up. Like I said, the Hangouts were the big game changer for YouTube. Okay, they allowed beyond comments for the first time for non-content creators to get involved in creators, and open platforms to discuss them. And in a way, it's not a bad thing. As you guys know, any publicity is good publicity as far as the YouTube algorithm is concerned. So it's kind of a mixed blessing for the creator, but things get thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. But things get twisted around by people in Hangouts. You'll have people that come in to have an agenda that want to shape the opinions of others, but they're already probably shaped because they're on that Hangout anyway. So it's like taking coals to Newcastle. How you doing, Opiami? Appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up button. You got a lot of content to talk about today. Kaya said it's funny when huge channels try and do live chats because the chat room. Yeah. And it's your responsibility to take care of your chat and your moderators. So what I tend to get in my chats is a lot of people that lurk and watch, and they don't comment a lot because they don't want to be seen. How you doing, Mouse Toast? They don't want to be seen by other people being in the chat and commenting on there, which is fine. 90% of people will never chat in a chat room. How you doing, Patricia Wakefield? I'm getting that fan setup ready, honey. Getting that fan setup ready to hit the road. All right, so be happy, do your own things. Like I said, I saw the shift. RV says new subs should not be criticized for not any Boyd. I'm not quite sure what that means, Allison. Yeah, not a lot of people claim OG Boyd that weren't anywhere around then. Hey, sweet pineapple Pam, but so what? What is a Boyd? You're claiming the bottom of the pickle barrel. You know what I'm saying? Always praise your channel. Thank you, Kaya. Let's see. Always leave as a better person. Thank you, sweet Pam. Have a good attitude and be ready to run a crowd. But like I said, when the live streams, though, they have a way of eventually, the longer you do something, the longer you spend time with the same people on panel, the more inevitable is sooner or later you're going to have a train wreck that occurs, and then people get, it's some kind of weird bird here. Is that a peacock? Yesterday we had squirrels running around the trees. How you doing, Cindy? Cindy, my beauty queen over there. Yeah, I think it is a chicken that's next door. I think it's a chicken. Anyway, I think that the longer you do those type of hangouts, it's inevitable. They have their own life. They reach a crescendo and then they start to tail off on that stuff. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have content that would be with YouTube. Hey HX, how are you? Wanted to have content on YouTube that would be enduring, stuff that people would look at years from now. Be it reviews, be it trips, stuff like that. Oh, your chicken does that after she lays an egg. I don't know, chickens frighten me. Hey Jen, how are you? Nice to see you. Yep, the J, the best mod. And then I got mouse toes in there too. So for those of you who asked, just keep bringing your own content and do it your way, okay? Lead with your heart, all right? And the rest will fall into place. If you're perceived to be unfairly bullied, I'm not claiming that, but if you were, you will find people will start to naturally rise up to your defense. It's all it's almost like Adam Smith's invisible hands of the free market, right? It has a tendency to take care and solve its own. It takes care to and solve its own problems. Yeah, that chicken's getting some rooster. I have no idea what's going on over with that chicken. You know, like I said, chicken scared the hell out of me. So cut off that Mexican wedding, baby. Jordan Blue, how you doing? Is that a tradition? In Mexico, if you get married, you decapitate a chicken and dance around its head on a pole. Oh, God almighty. I guess I made a big mistake saying I want to dress up in a Mexican wedding dress, huh? Hey, Go Geezer, how are you? Yes or yes? Should a threat be considered yes or no? Absolutely is my opinion. Well, the good news, and I would urge all creators and everybody to look at Susan Wojcicki's latest letter that came out. She's the head of YouTube. And their next thing that they're really turning attention to, there were two things. JK No Cow, how you doing? You going to Frisco? Happy birthday, JK. Happy birthday. The hell was I talking about? I just saw JK's. I just totally blew out of my mind what the hell I was talking about. Oh yeah, two things of the two things to the letter. Number one, and this is something that always bothered me as a live streamer, you used to be able to capture 20 seconds of music. Let's say that you were walking by a store and you're live streaming, or you're doing a recorded video and you accidentally capture the music that's blaring outside. Well, they used to not really be concerned about it for the first 20 seconds or so. Now it's gotten to the point where these publishing companies are now grabbing 1 second increments and slapping you, not with a copyright strike, but a copyright match. And they're taking the monetization on it. In other words, it's not my video that ruined your music. It's your music that screwed up my video, okay? But you get all the monetization. And by the way, this is not a monetized channel. You get all the monetization on that. Well, YouTube has really caught the devil from people that are tired. You know, you do vintage audio stuff, you're scanning down the dial to show people how the receiver's working, and you're picking up radio stations. It really sucks. But number two is far more important, and they're finally turning their attention in a major way to bullying and harassment on YouTube. Am I claiming that I'm bullied and harassed? No, I'm not. Let's be clear, number one, okay? All right, I'm not claiming I got a very thick skin. I'm not claiming that. But for some people that have a lot of trolling and things like that, and harassment, as we know now from YouTube, even parodies and things are getting people struck. even people that are claiming fair use and they're taking entire 10, 12, 15 minutes of somebody else's content and putting it in, they're liable for strikes. Okay? And they're particularly keying down on the interface between creator and non-creator as the point where they're working very hard on their systems to address that. We stop ourselves from singing lyrics too. Yeah, it's gotten out of control. And it's nice that YouTube is going to address that. But YouTube knows if now constructive criticism is a positive, okay? I mean, I certainly tune in and, you know, scan around to see what people are talking about me or Elvis, and I listen in. And I listen to what they're saying. I consider that very hey, Kitten Cat, I consider that very fair critique. Okay, but for the people that cross the line, there's nothing that's going to stop a very small percentage of people. YouTube considers like 1% of the people. Camo Dave gives me a condensed version of what's going on. You know, Camo Dave does things in a positive sort of fashion. You know, he does things to build up. They're not to berate people on YouTube. Can you get police presence to protect you? No, you can't. You cannot employ police for a crime that doesn't happen. You know, they're only after the fact. Camo Dave is very respectful. I enjoy his content. I hope to be able to meet up with him. I think that's the kind of content that they like. I haven't seen too much bullying, but I do see a lot of bored housewives. Yeah, they actually, considering the heat at the current time, the volume of bullying is actually, in my opinion, very low on here. And I say, if you're thin-skinned and that stuff's going to drive you out of your mind, you're going to have a really tough go on YouTube. If you can't sit back and listen to what people say about you and their opinions about you without blowing a tube and without clapping back all the time, then you're going to have a really tough go of stuff on YouTube. Now, moving on to the next topic, the moderators. I continue to hear, you know, I want to just put this out clearly, just so people understand. Moderators on my channel are different than moderators on other channels, okay? And most of my moderators don't get a tip out on it. They don't choose to participate. They don't need it. They don't want to be involved in it, and that's fine. I love when people slam me. Yeah, Kitten Cat, they sure do that. Well, what about creators who only want sync of fan comments? Well, it's in there. They're the creator, so they have the ability to tailor things the way they want. And if they only want to hear positive comments about stuff, they're going to put all their comments up for review and look at every comment that gets posted before. And to me, you kind of lose touch with the flavor of what's going on out there. So I just say let it rip. There's very few comments I ever removed unless it's stuff that doesn't even relate to relate to the video. That's just hateful. You know, I've always told people you can say anything. Yeah, I agree, Kitten Cat. You can say anything you want, and you can pick the right words, and you'll always have a presence in critique. But if you come in with flaming and effing and misgendering and that type of thing, then it is what it is. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Vicky. But as for, I don't want to run my channel that way, Kitten Cat. Let the tide just roll the way it is on here. I enjoy it. I'm very happy. I got no complaints about the support. The channel's been growing very nicely here, and once I hit the road, I'm sure the numbers will once again start another rapid climb. As people on the road, content trumps all. It trumps because YouTube features that stuff, okay? Content, travel, content trumps all right? As I always said, hangouts are fun, but they have the half-life of a loaf of bread. Once they're on the shelf, after a week or so, nobody ever goes back and watches them, except for points of pulling out, except for things for pulling out, you know. Jesus, I wish Marshall wouldn't call me when I'm on a live stream. I'm traveling as soon as I get my van back. Yeah, live streams are much better, yeah. Why does YouTube favor likes? They don't favor likes. To the YouTube algorithm, it's all the same. But a lot of times people come to the chat and they don't reach for a like button because they're just there to chat. And if you ask them to hit the thumbs up, they'll do it. Otherwise, they may or may not do it. He isn't here. Yeah, he isn't taking over my channel at the current time. Which that'll come. But I wanted to talk about the moderators thing here today because I think it's kind of important. As I said, how you doing, Otome? My moderators are a different breed on here. Number one, most of them are very battle-proven people that have been around the worst of the worst chats, the most horrendous crap on YouTube, the wildest live streams, and they're people that keep their cool. Okay? And they're very rare. If I was to take a poll of my moderators, do you agree with the decisions that I make, particularly as regards, say, Elvis Travels? I can't think of any one of my moderators that wouldn't want to take my head, put it in a shop vise, and squeeze it like a grape until that brain exploded out of my eyeballs. Okay? What does that mean? That means they understand what they're asked to do on the channel here, which is help to run a decent chat. Okay, that is their main priority. All right, to run a decent chat. Now, I heard Harvey this morning talking about his history with the wrenches and things like that. I have to tell you one thing. If you come to me and tell me that I want to turn in my wrench, turn this down so I don't hear anything. If you want to do that and turn in your wrench, the chances of you getting your wrench back are about zero. Reason being, because you're too wrapped up in the chat and what's going on in the chat. Okay? When people come to this channel, they come to hear what I have to say. They don't want people fighting, moderators fighting on the side chat. And if you just can't ignore that and move ahead, then you're not fulfilling the moderator function on here. In the case of Harvey, initially I was happy to put a wrench in his hand. But the first bit of blowback I got from Harvey was the time zone makes it almost impossible to be here when you're doing most of your streams. And of course I was there more at nighttime. There's the first problem. Okay? It's a little different from Nicole, who's young. She keeps, for the most part, when she's in the swing of things, she keeps USA hours. Okay, she's young. She doesn't need to sleep that, say, Harvey and I do. Okay, that's the first problem. All right? And number two, if you have a fight with somebody on the channel, be it a moderator or somebody else, that's between you two. That's between you two. Just as if Jen went at it with Mouse Toes, I wouldn't jump in the middle of that and try to be a judge of who's doing what on the side chat. My job is to host content and to host chats and to talk about the things I want to talk about and let the chips fall where they may on the side. Don't come to my chat and tell me what somebody said about somebody else and why would this person have a wrench on your channel when they said this or that and the other. Well, number one, that's not on my channel. I can't control that. Sometimes you got to put on your big boy pants, and you've just got to stand there and either choose to ignore or just engage till the cows come home here, okay? But when you turn in your wrench as a form of protest, and then you want the wrench back, I have to think, A, was the protest real? Why do you choose to get your wrench back? Is there a time limit on protest? Because certainly Juice isn't going to change. Juice is going to be the same person that Juice is. A guy that's always had my back for years. And that counts for a lot in the YouTube world. That counts for a heck of a lot. So I can't hold Juice's hand, babysit where Juice goes, see what Juice talks about on other chats. It's not my deal. I only care about what Juice does when he's in my chat. And if he fights with other mods, it's up to the other mods to take care of their own. In other words, I need people that are very stable and rock hard, that can ride through the crap that they might see on this channel that is repulsive to them in terms of people, but can still understand why I ask them to be here and to run the show. And to my way of thinking, it's very important and very excellent, the group that I have now. Okay, yeah, and when you come on and you're a moderator, it's not about self-promotion. It's about, that's why you have your own channel, that you can put out your own things. I don't mind it when people, I give shout outs to channels all the time. I've got the Kiwana, I've got Test Cooks for You. There's a lot of channels I shout out, okay? But you do have a group of people that will use bigger channels, either put your name in their title box or use you as a continuous source of conversation because it helps them build up their numbers too. That's fine. We're all built on top of other people here on YouTube. But I'm saying, recognize what the function is when you come into the chat room here. It's to engage and understand that the people are here because they're interested in what I have to say and interested in what my life and what's going on in my life. On your channel, talk about it. Talk about the fun stuff, the stuff you want to do. You keep doing it, the people will come. But there's always this sense of you know, not willing to put the effort in like I have of 7.5 years and over 10,000 videos to get where I am, which ain't very far, truth be told. You don't do it for money. Hey, undaunted patriot, thank you. You don't do it for money. You do it because you love being here and you've done it year in and year out and sharing your life. But these days, money has come much more to the fore. Why? Because YouTube has pushed the agenda that channels have to become more self-supporting. And as a result, they're giving the tools for channels to do that. But they're sailing into the wind in certain places of people that really don't like people making money on YouTube. Okay? And some of them now want to grab for the top and go for big money without ever having produced content and stuff. Okay, how you doing, Colleen? That's a no-go. Okay, that's a no-go. Produce content, make it happen, put the time in and the effort. Don't do the sub for sub. You know what happens with sub for sub? People sub you up and they never watch your crap. Okay? Let things go organically. Let it take its time. Let it grow. You'll reach your 1,000. You'll get your monetization. You'll be happy. And all will be well with the YouTube world. Let's see. I'm going to try just giving stream features with you for a local charity. I just got them sound. Okay, good. Good deal. I used to do a lot of charity streams, Friday night baking. I did that for about, I think about 6 or 7 months or so. Thank you, Joe Smith. I appreciate that. What's up, Joe King? Yeah, I've seen that, Celeste. You go where you want. You don't get caught in the squabble. And when it's not fun for you, you turn it off. You take your migraine medication. You pick up your sewing or whatever. You pick up a frying pan. And you go to war, baby. And you make it happen. I do Facebook marketing. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, sometimes people will buy you subs against your will, but the easy thing to do is report that immediately to YouTube and let them know. YouTube knows the natural algorithms of growth on channels, but it's up to you to report it. Don't look at that as like, ooh, awesome. I just got 10,000 subscribers overnight. Not likely. Okay. Okay. And they're getting better and better with their algorithms. It's sniffing out people that have done bullshit on their channels to grow them. No, never was after monetized. I'd like to be able to buy streaming for fun. That's cool. I wish you luck on that. Let's see. Let's see what else we got on here. I got a couple hundred subs and a half. Her name Carlos. Yeah, me too. I just wish Carlos would stay away from the N-word and posting that and the F-word on the chats and things. Like I say, there's a right way to talk to people that you can say anything. And I think Kitten Cat exemplifies that. I never hear Kitten Cat F-bombing somebody. I never hear Kitten Cat just, it's always very measured, the things that Kitten Cat says. Yeah, promoting other channels, endless posts and things, exactly. Just understand why you're in a chat and you're there to hear what the person says that's hosting a chat. You may not agree with it. You know, I got Joe King in here. Joe King's no Rosie fanboy, but yet Joe King has a right to his opinions, and he can take YouTube the way he wants to take it, and I have to accept that. That's the way it is. But will it affect the way I do my stuff on YouTube? No, it never will. All right, so there's the things about my what I think about mods. And you know, it seems to be a continuous source of frustration with Harvey. It seems like every chat he goes on, it seems to be the same story playing out over and over again. But you know, there it is, the whole story. Don't turn a wrench in his protest and then expect to get the wrench back. Particularly since it, you know, the wrenches here are monetized to a point for the people. For the people that do participate and tip out your mods. I think it's a wonderful thing to do. That's why I keep the mod core very, very small. My moderators will be sailing into tough weather over the next month or two. This is the lull. This is the lull before the storm here, and I realize that. They went through stormy seas in the Great Lakes CamperCon Tour 2019. Hey, Dagan. And they're going to sail through tough seas again, and they're going to bite their tongues, swallow their tongues, gouge their eyeballs out, do whatever they got to do, but they're going to be great moderators. I'll help bring being the rough weather. Well, I am hanging with him because friendship goes deep. It has nothing to do with a romantic love or anything like that. It has to do with the recollections of the great times that we've had in person, and the you know, they've been epic times. They've been great, and it's been to my, you know, I have excellent memories of things that we did, and I know when this stuff comes on in Yuma, Algodondes, or San Diego, and then possibly on to Las Vegas, it'll be good content. And do I think that Marshall's come a long way in terms of his being and the way he conducts himself on YouTube over the last 2 years, 1 year in particular? Yes, I have. I think it's a function of age, but I don't really care what he does on his channel. That's his thing. Joe King said, I have had a run-in with a couple of your mods. Doesn't bother me. Well, Joe King, you keep it within the limits of stuff. You don't personally attack the person and, you know, belittle their looks and this. You know, you you're definitely within the boundaries of, I think, what should be acceptable to everything. Thank you, DF Knock. Thank you very much. I'm curious, and it's not my... Did you ever date Marshall? I never did. Nope, I never did. He was in Chicago, and I was out here in the Bay Area out here, and I had no romantic interest. I'm more into, definitely into dating and hooking up with women, not men. So it's tough skin, and the rules ain't hard to mod for. Yeah. And like I said at the beginning, most of my mods would pitch in with Joe King and be right around his campfire, drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah, we agree with you 100%, Joe King, on everything that you say. Okay? But the beautiful thing about the few mods on this channel is they're able to rise above and just moderate the chat. Moderate the chat. Like I said, I know Mouse Toes, you know, I have an internal message board that my mods run here for my chat. And I know she'd like to put me in a headlock and put me through a piece of 3/4-inch sheetrock, man. I know that. Okay. But she's an outstanding moderator on the channel. And that's all I care about. Do I like Mouse Toes? I like her a lot. Jen, like her a lot. Kim C, like her a lot. JK NoCal. Juice, always been a friend of mine. Okay? Now, let's get on to the next thing. So, Harvey, I'll leave you with this thought. You're always welcome on my channel. I always like you, but let's not get history twisted, okay? If you turn a wrench in, it's not likely you're going to get it back. If you turn it in as this form of protest, then if you ask for it back, I have to wonder how real the protest was, okay? All right? Okay, that's the bottom line. All right. Let's get on to, what do I got? YouTube versus life. Yeah, I have a lot of comments and I have a lot of messages about the, I can't believe, you know, you're going down there to hold Marshall's hand and down in Yuma. And as he said on his stream, I was laying there late night kind of listening to him go on. He's done a lot of things on his own. He's learned a lot of things. He does a lot of work on his own rig, him and Mr. X. He changes his own oil. He does routine maintenance. I never held his hand on any of that stuff. Okay? I never held his hand on the 2,000-mile journey from Chicago to Yuma. The trips from Florida to New York City, I was nowhere around. I was working my ass off. Okay? It's not there to exercise and holding hand. It's an exercise maybe trying to give a little bit of an uplift, a little bit of human compassion at that moment in time on the ground. Maybe help make a decision. Maybe give an independent, maybe give an unbiased thought about what the alternatives are. But at the end of the day, get it done. Okay? Help the guy preserve his health to the extent that his teeth can be done. I'm not modifying anybody's diet, okay? I'm not modifying the way somebody uses a pea jug in the van. I use a pea mason jar, okay? Most van dwellers have something. I'm not there to modify chewing whether your mouth is closed or open, although I do make a comment. You know, might be a little more engaging. I can hear Colleen spitting out the macadamia nuts there. And yeah, I think this is the S10 for the first time, Oda May. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, that's what I'm saying, Joe King. That's why we went down the road. So I will stand by Marshall. I will stand by him. I don't care whether he perceives me to be a mother figure in his life. I could care less. I just care time. You know, it's time to just man up and get this freaking job done. All right? And it also gives me a chance to do some content, too, down in that area. Okay? I might not even be able to take off till next week. I don't know what the state of my van is today. You do him more harm than good. I don't think so, Sugar in the Raw. You know, I think that people just flat out want to see him fail, and his success or failure is not a concern of mine. That's in his hands, okay? I don't stuff money in his pockets, all right? It's not my deal, okay? But I will be honest about a friendship that's been there for a lot of years, and a friendship that's gone over a few bumps, and some things that he's done in my personal life with people that I'm, loved ones that I've had, that will never see the light of day here on YouTube. Never see the light of day here on YouTube. The times he's reached out in the most horrific moments here of death, sickness, and other things, and done some incredibly nice gestures. I'm not going to sweep that under the rug because you don't like the way he talks to people in his chat. You don't like the way that he chews his food. You don't like the way he walks down the street. That's fine. But think what I have to weigh off against what you weigh off in life. You never met the guy in person. You're on a flat two-dimensional screen. Okay? There's more to people than just two dimensions. All right? I'm not going to forget the things that he did for me on a spiritual level at some of the worst times in my life, to come and pick me up a little bit too. I'm not going to toss that aside, and I'm going to be honest about it. Now, does that mean I do more harm than good? No. The channels succeed or fall on their own. Okay? I don't go out here and beat the drum for, I've turned away money. I've had no less than about 12 people have contacted me and said, great idea. Great idea. Why didn't we think of this before? Rosie, we'll just send the money to you and you can be his fiscal conservator. Isn't that good? It's like Line Screw. The first night came in. Line Screw, one of the kindest people you ever meet. Like, oh man, I would love to contribute something to that Toother Fund if it went to you. Ain't never gonna happen. Ain't never gonna happen. Okay? Ain't never gonna happen. And that's a big decision to make. If I was selfish and I wanted to keep the game going, I'd be working with these people and yeah, just hit me with that. Number one, I don't want the tax obligation for it because it comes to me. And I do pay my taxes, and I do make my estimated tax payments. But I've learned my lesson not to handle other people's money and stuff on YouTube, okay? Ain't no way. Divert that stream the other way down there. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna fucking do that. Okay, and that's the bottom line. Does that mean that money might roll under? Well, money might roll over then. Might roll under. If, as you say, Sugar in the Raw, I was doing more harm than good for him, well, there's a case where I'm not grabbing the low-hanging fruit of money just sailing by for the taking. It's not my responsibility to take it. It's your responsibility to take it. Only in the case of one only in the case of one person, Dr. W, who already misinformation is being put out on this guy amazingly in the chat. Only one person. And I think now if I had to do it over again, maybe I wouldn't. But I'm kind of committed to try to meet this person. So let me look at the chat. Let's see. I had no respect for him taking smack about with disability. He's a nice person to talk to. Well, the people talk about him too, Jeremy, Joe. We only tend to see one side of the equation. You know, and I've seen and continue to see both sides of the issue in terms of the horrendous comments that people make. Okay? You'll never see me going into somebody's chat room and ever making horrendous comments that are made on this platform. And some people allow, well, I'm not going to get into that. Okay, people run the chats the way they want. Well, yeah, I don't know if I dodged a bullet, but I'm going to have some chicharrones. Yeah, I don't know if I dodged a bullet, but I'm just saying it takes two sides to tango. It takes two sides to tango. Two people have to show up to dance. All right? To me, it's more like a chicken-egg thing. I envision a whole nother route from 2013, 2014, or whatever today that could have probably been markedly different, but who knows? I'm not taking up for him because, hey man, you sowed your own crop out there. That's your shit. All right, it's fine. I do my thing, you do your thing. Okay, and I have to appreciate that other people have opinions. It might not be the way that I believe or the way I see, but I certainly don't ever try to diminish Joe King's right. Take care, Joe Smith. Joe King's right. Kitten Cat, Dave the Fisherman, Gary Gamanchi. Anybody's right to have any opinion that they want. Okay. How you doing, Christina? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So, I'm not going to be that conduit, and I might catch hell from the other side too. I'm impeding the, the health of somebody. I don't see it that way at all. If you want to help, you got to stand up like I help, like I stand up and take the heat. If you want to do that, give it to him directly. If you do or don't, it's of no consequence for me. No consequence for me how that wants to be handled. As far as Dr. W is concerned, again, I don't care if people believe Dr. W is real or a figment of my imagination, but I will correct something that Dr. W he's not a Middle Eastern person. He's originally from Uzbekistan. Okay? He's an Uzbek person. All right. I don't know if we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm not going to overinvest in that. Like I said, if I had to drive 10 miles off of I-5 to meet somebody, I might. 20 miles? No. Because hey Ash, how you doing, sweetie? Because the whole thing could be an exercise in catfishing. Please read about enabling and look at Elvis. Sugar in the Raw, I see you in the chat. I think you're doing more by enabling by giving him the views on the daily over there, in my opinion. Okay, that's what builds up the channel, is the views. Okay. And every time he rings the bell, they come a running. Oh, it's fun to troll or whatever. Well, okay, go for it. That's fine. If you really wanted to make an impact, you'd stop watching it. But people can't not stop watching, and that's the bottom line. If you don't watch him, then you can't comment on them because you don't know what's going on lately. You're not seeing the flow of things. And I respect you, Sugar, and you have a right to do what you want. Okay? I'm not lying on you, Sugar. I'm saying you make your own decision about how you interact with people. And if you talk about enabling, there's different levels of enabling. There's direct financial support. There's a contribution of labor. There's a contribution of friendship. There's a contribution of trying to be the flippers on the pinball machine that tries to redirect somebody in life. I can't do that from behind a screen. I can only do that in real life. Do I ever expect that to succeed? No, I don't. We'll succeed as time, experience, and the march of time and wear and tear on his housing, as I've always said. Okay? Sugar, then you wouldn't talk about it if you weren't watching, okay? You wouldn't talk about enabling. You wouldn't talk about anything, okay? All right? So, and I see the things that you say on other chats too. That's fine. Okay? There's an aspect of human caring about me. And I don't expect people to get it, but I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay? I'm not the person stuffing hundreds, $500 bills in the pocket. Okay? That's not my style. Well, watch Colleen then. You're still commenting on the whole, you're still wrapped in the whole thing. Okay? All right? Okay, that's the bottom line on that. That's the most effective way, I think, on YouTube is. You're one of the best, most level-headed people. Thank you very much, HX. I believe that. I take the heat every day. I'm still sitting here. I'm sitting right out here in public. My face in front of the screen, talking my business. Okay. All right, not take the heat. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anybody that can stand up to more heat than I can, and have. So you're helping me with some stuff I've been dealing with. Oh, thank you very much, HX. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's the positive side of the channel. Is doing the stuff that I want to do, and not wrapping around other stuff, and not populating other chat rooms and expressing opinions. I just do my own thing. We want content of the Mexican locals busting out some homemade canned. I will think about it, Sugar. You know what? At the end of the day, Sugar, I respect you for being here and voicing an opinion. I give you 10 stars for that. I give you 10 stars for that. Joe King's the same way. If Joe King wants to say something, Joe King is going to jump into a chat to say it. I don't try to change Joe King. Sometimes I might correct some things that Joe King said if I think they're factually incorrect. But Sugar, I have respect for you. We just have different opinions about what enabling means. In other words, I have years. I don't know how long you've been on this train. You know, the Rosie Elvis train that's been rolling since 2014. It's 5 years. And I understand a lot of people come on, you know, as bigger numbers as time goes by because it's a shit show or whatever. But you don't have my years in. Joe King wasn't here in 2014, 2015. Maybe 10% of the people that populate these chats were there at that time period. That's a lot of history. Okay? All right, Sugar, I'll correct that. You don't watch them, but you talk about them. Okay? Not much of a difference between the two. It's all attention giving. It's all enabling. Okay? Riding the Rosie train. Yeah, I mean, that's why I appreciate Colleen. Man, if I can't laugh about, you know, if I can't enjoy listening to Space Ace talk, I might not agree with stuff. But good Lord, Colleen's a friend of mine. Do I berate Colleen for what she does at nighttime? Shit, Colleen's using YouTube the way that it should be used, to create content and to provide a platform for fun. Okay? And if you can't see that, you know, I don't talk about them on the daily. Most of my content is not about. I'm a content creator. I didn't see you commenting on, you know, my daily choo-choos and things that I'm putting up, the van life and other things. Yeah, we can't agree, all right? So to me, it's inconsequential, okay? And I talk about him in real life because he's somebody that talks to me probably about 3 times a week. We communicate, I express ideas, he tells me. He talks about my channel as much as I talk about his channel, okay? So we're about evenly matched on that. But at least give me some credit that I go back for years, not months on here, years. I've seen the real interactions of family stuff and the realities of what the real relationships are. and some of the blows that have come down there too. And I feel, hey Monique, and I feel a little compassion about that. I'm not going to apologize for that. Okay. Yay! Nice to see Monique in the chat today, sweetie. But Sugar, you'll always be able to express an opinion here. That's for darn sure. Yeah, listen and learn and speak up. And like I said, Sugar, you do what you do. You know, if you're not in his chats, I apologize. If you're talking on Colleen's chats, that's fine. But all of that enables and brings additional people to the table. And it just spins the vortex bigger around it. But it makes for great content, you know, and Colleen runs a good show. So some questions will never be answered in the way you want. Exactly. And there's only so much information that you could give out. Big old bowl of shawarma. Kool-Aid Jimmy, ready for a showdown in the streets with Sinaloa Cartel. That's it. Anyway, yeah, it is my channel here, and people do come here. You know, I've got friends like Carl for years, Sky Carl, Mouse Toes, people I've known for years. They're not particularly wrapped up in this stuff. They know that I provide so much more in the way of content when I travel than to sit there and just fire up a live stream. True, right now I'm in an interim period. I'm sitting with my thumb up my ass waiting for my van to be done. You know, there's not much more I can do over here. Yeah, I would agree, Sugar. That's where I try to come in, but I will not take responsibility for anybody else's conduct on YouTube. Yeah, so the one supporting him with money. Then again, yeah, I know, go fix a radio. Carl, could you believe I sent away for the, I got Sam's Technical Bulletin. I ordered the 232B H.H. Scott schematic shop manual. They sent me the 232A today. Can anybody do anything right in the world? Fix a car, put the right shit in an envelope to send people? I was gonna, hey Tiger Talk, how you doing, sweetie? Could I be more disappointed with the state of stuff? My question is, why do people care about others as much as you aren't the one supporting it? Because people have very limited ways to fight back. Well, they have actually horrific ways. I should know. I mean, some people are gonna do what they're gonna do, but people feel frustrated when they see things proceeding, and they feel very helpless in terms of what they can do to, in terms of what they can do to control the outcome. I think that, believe that incompetence. It's maddening, Moxie. It's maddening lately. Every direction I turn, even putting a simple copy of a schematic and shop manual into an envelope turns into another exercise in frustration. I was gonna, hey RV Radio, I was gonna do some vintage audio repair work with came in and they opened it up, they got the damn wrong one. Yeah, let's see, it's nice to see Ash in here today. I hope you're doing good, Ash. I don't see you around too much. Thank you, BWW. It's my first day on the Samsung Galaxy S10. The person not chasing money will have such good fortune. The person not chasing money will have such good fortune. I feel it. You know, I can agree with that. I think no, that was Tiger Talk said that. Will have good fortune. You know, there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for that. And what Tiger Talk is saying is, if you build it in a positive way, people will support you. But I can't fault somebody for adopting a WWE persona and coming on YouTube. It's not my place to correct that. But I actually think you're 100% correct. I think the benefits far more to accrue to people that are positive and uplift people. And I think that will be the ultimate lesson that comes out of the whole darn thing, is that sense that there's a right way and a wrong way to do business. Might be wrong, might be right way in terms of numbers and things like that, but it's the wrong way in terms of building real life on it. As I said, capital expenditures to replace vans, capital expenditures, it's very difficult. Oh, I make $200,000 per year telling fortunes for people, so scoff if you will. I don't scoff at that. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I don't think anybody's scoffing at that. It's okay for it to, yeah, I don't, it's all's fair, Joe King. I don't jump into the way that people interact. I've always believed that from day one that nature and economics holds the most sway and will be the most severe dealer of consequences in life, economic reality. And I've always said from the beginning, if somebody's going to go down, it's going to go from the economics of the situation, go against them. And that is where the blind spot of their reality is. How you doing, Karen? Nice to see you, sweetie. That's the blind spot of that. Yeah, I get $2 today. I get $25 today. But what do I do when I need that $15,000, that $25,000? I never wish that on anybody. I never wish that on anybody in the world. But I'm saying, if you can't see the natural progression of things, like I said, I might do work to do a restoration of a van, but I'm not going to do anything on a drivetrain. I'm not going to drop a transmission and rebuild it and put new rubber seals, new check balls in. I'm not going to drop an engine, send the heads out to be reconditioned. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Okay? To me, that's not my responsibility to do that. But if I can help make something more sanitary, clean something up for a health purpose, let the train on the track run its way. There's nothing I can really do about that. Hey, Cobra John, I'm still waiting for the word to come in that they got the part. Let's see. I think that's very interesting, Tiger Kitty. I think that's interesting that you're a fortune teller. That's pretty cool. Blonde, I always said you're trying to guide and give him abandonment, but he does always value. Yeah, thank you, Blonde. I think that you get it. I think you get it. So, yeah, let's see. Jordan, here, why hasn't Prime Trucking come after him for defaulting on the money he owes them, or have they? My guess is that Prime writes off a good deal of this. It's more hassle. I think it's more hassle. Companies these days just would rather eat it than go down the, they probably made the judgment that, it ain't going to happen. I believe that, Sugar. And like I say, I'm apologizing to you for misunderstanding, Sugar, what you were saying. We just have different ideas about what meaningful enabling is versus friendship enabling and things like that. And, being able to pick up the phone and talk and give advice and do things that in the scheme of things aren't disrupting the flow of the natural way that things progress. I think everybody in life has to learn the lesson that positive behaviors are rewarded, and yeah, you might have the odd person out that comes out and supports a negative behavior, but over time, it's not the nature of things to have people like that, and it takes forever to get things shipped here. Yeah. Grab me a chair and move over. Looks nice. It is nice and cool. How you doing, Laura? Nice to see you, sweetie. Kathy Rebuilds in the chat. Now I know I'm having a good chat. When I got Kathy Rebuilds in my chat, I know I'm having a good chat today. Woo! I also came to, as far as supporting things, I just, woo! When Kitten Kat shows up and Monique, it's really cool. Plus, I'm interested in integrating with Dee, and don't take that in a, I got line screw coming up. I don't just build my life around this. There's so many things that are coming up. The Vegas meetup, the maybe back to Vegas for the Halloween, you know, the adult ball or whatever. There's so much stuff coming up. D coming down to San Diego. There's so much stuff coming up. A possible streaming house. There's so much content coming up. I think that's why people stick with the channel, because they don't want to lose that stuff. Yeah, they don't want to lose that. Oh, and yeah, I'll probably go to the one in Sacramento too, Nate. Yeah, I've never been to one of them. I'd like to kick it at one of them sometime. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, if you get details, Nate, give me the info on that, okay? As that becomes clear. I'm thinking about having a streaming house next summer in Cancun. God. Can I come? I'll scrub the dishes and do all that, you know. Yeah, so I'm saying let's not over magnify the reality of what this channel is. So broad based. There's so many yeah, there we go. Woo! There's so many things, there's so many facets to the people on here. You're gonna meet new people all the time. Dr. W, so I can say I'm not gonna oversell Dr. W. I've been catfished on stuff before, but I've had enough communications. I think that there might be something there. Like I said, is it worth turning 2 miles off of a freeway? Yes, it is, to do that. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Not the rebuilding. One is a blast, and Evangeline is the best for. Well, oh, okay, Colleen, you know them, so why don't you fly over, Colleen? We'll be the titty sisters. Aloha! They don't make coconuts as big enough for my even a half a damn watermelon. So yeah, I wish, right? My ex has a timeshare. Oh man, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty darn cool. Cancun. Let's see. Talk is Space Cadet high on weed. All that stuff is, I don't know. I'm back. Please say hello to the nurse. She's enjoying listening to you. Okay, Cheryl, thank you. And not a day goes by that I don't, Jen and I don't think about you, Cheryl, and we want you to hell out and better, all right? Let's see. All right, well, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm just going to grab one of my I like to have my morning cigar. I'll be back in a minute. What do you guys think about the what do you think about the S10? It's pretty good, huh? The quality, you see, is freezing me ever since I updated. Oh man, I've seen some people have some problems. Hey Rob and Granny too, how you doing? Yeah, I think the quality is pretty good. You know what amazed me too? Like I said, I was coming back from swimming on the Russian River yesterday, and there's usually a dead zone up around where J.K. NoCal lives, in that area, up in the Windsor area. And man, I had this phone just laying on the seat and listening to a hangout, and I'm like, wow, it doesn't even miss a beat. There's something that they did on the internals to improve the cell reception on it. So, oh yeah, the S10's, and I'm only in 720 right now. But Cobra John, I'm going to be interested in seeing what it does on the streets at nighttime, our nighttime shooting. So don't worry. Is around the only dead zone. JK pounded too many nails in with his head. His birthday's this weekend. That's funny as hell. Yeah, I think Winky's a real sweetie doll. I like Winky a lot. She's a sweetheart. Yeah, I think the S10 was a good upgrade. I just got to protect the screen. I can't allow it to be smashed. But aren't you curious to see how Las Vegas or Yuma will look at nighttime? Because like I told you, I can't go to any city and not capture some cinematic stuff to see how it. Yeah, it's a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Let's see. Was reading on about YouTube because I want to start a channel. That's cool. We use Nextels at work. Damn. You know, Jeremy, if you're starting a YouTube channel, take your passion to YouTube. Okay, that's the trick. Take your passion. My passion is being a people person, engaging people, meeting people. My worst punishment would be to be alone. I'm upgrading in November. Okay, that's cool, Colleen. Well, it looks like you got a good handle on StreamYard anyway, Colleen. Next time you go to bed, look up all the 24/7 cams they have around the city and waves. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, Joe King. They have. I definitely want to set up on a live stream. I know that there's a cam now on Fremont Street down there. It's pretty close to street level. I think I'm going to start picking up. You guys can also tell me when I'm live streaming if there is a live cam nearby, a live feed that you can open up another browser and help me, you know, to give you a wave on another streaming cam. That would be great. Yeah, every city's got so many cameras around now. And Vegas has a lot on the Strip, and they have a lot on the Fremont Street downtown. How many generic GoPro works out? I'm gonna start next week using it. That's gonna be cool. Cobra John. What GoPro is that? The like the knockoff GoPro, like the SJC 4000 or something? Okay, yeah, sure, Diane. Yeah. Oh, I said when I retire, I want to have a couple cigars on the daily. So I have a couple cigars. I stopped for almost 30 years. Oh, it's a van cam. Okay. Cost them too much to put up years. Oh, cameras here. Yeah, a lot of tourist places. Like you can look up Ocean City, Maryland. I used to. How you doing, Vicky? How you doing, sweetheart? I used to. There was a camera on 9th, a place called Ocean Gallery on the boardwalk, and we used to call the clerk at the Ocean Gallery and tell him to go out and clean the lens on the webcam. Yeah, that's good, Monique. You've earned it. You can't wait to retire. Yeah, the Charles Schultz Museum has one. This city is pretty cheap, though. Yeah, there's one there. I've never been to Yuma, but I've been to Mexico several times. I might end up going on in the interior of Mexico, taking a cheap hotel. I really don't have a favorite brand. I just these cheap Black and Milds are fine. I enjoy them. Kona has a webcam. Man, Honolulu's got a lot of webcams. Kona, I'm sure Hilo over there, Lahaina, Maui, all them. How much if you have Italian bloodline? The 90. I have a. People use. I have 1/8 Spanish in me, so I have a little bit of a Spanish kind of features. I like black and mild and most pipe tobacco. That's cool. Never been to Yuma. Let's see. We went to parade one time. The guy was with his spotters with the pot. There's a cheap fancy hotel in Tijuana. I had a lobster dinner there. That's cool. Might be cool to do a streaming, do a cheap rental in Mexico for a bit. The damn drug dog jumped in my car. You know what happened last night? I'm sitting on the back deck here last night. Missy Jenn's feeding Domino and Penny and Millie Vanilli over here, and all of a sudden two fucking looked like they were about 16-year-old guys just comes tromping right through the back 40 here, walks right past Missy Jenn. She's like, who in the hell are you? And they had hopped the back fence to the apartment house, and they're like, oh, we're on the run. We got some guy chasing us. And Missy Jenn's like, you know, you better stay the fuck out of here. And the guys took off. They jumped. They started running towards me to get to the gate there. And I said, oh, by the way, the gate is locked. We keep the gate locked. You keep away can thieves. They just bolted right, just almost high jumped right over top of the fence back there. It's a sign of the times. He didn't believe you were in your 50s. Who's that, me? Me or Monique? Monique is a baby. I'm closer to the end of the Monopoly board than the beginning. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Yeah, it was pretty freaky. Luckily, they were just like 17, 18-year-olders. They were more scared. I said, look, man, you're lucky these dogs weren't over here. This Rottweiler next door is very sweet, Penny. And you got Domino, a 100-pound black lab. These dogs would have ripped you a new asshole if you came running towards Missy Jenn like that. They would have taken you down, and there would have just been a pile of goo to pick up after that. Let's see. You ain't an old lady, Monique. I've seen you. Cobra John, you ain't no old man. Don't start your bullshit on here. Okay. Cobra John, I mean, who can't like a guy that's into hot cars and going out to Bonneville and stuff? Come on. That actually makes you more attractive to the ladies, Cobra John. Oh, okay, thank you. The camera's working for me. You used to be able to Amtrak LA to Tijuana, and there was a shuttle where the Amtrak is. Now they have the red line in San Diego, takes you right down to the border, San Ysidro. Yeah, Cobra John's a man's man. You don't think that that's attractive? I mean, it's like Kenny G. You don't think that's attractive? We have a few people on YouTube that are like, you know, they're attractive just by their bearing and their being on YouTube. Yeah, watch me at the roulette table. What do you break down and cry like a baby, or? Thank you, Jeremy. I think one key is keep smiling a lot on that. Yeah, ghetto high roller, baby, ghetto high roller. Are you looking forward to Vegas? Mid-October, that'll be fun. And then it's just, like I said, I can't really think about too much. Let me just send a message. All right. Thank you, Claire. Nice to see you. I like based on personality, income tax, Amtrak. They have a lot of things going on. A lot of ways to get to the border now. The San Diego, the border at San Ysidro is the busiest one in the U.S. So, wait, so you're in your 50s? Why did I think in your 60s? You can't even keep these stupid things lit, so it's like an all-day sucker here. Let's see. Yeah, so I might maybe find a cheap hotel down there, but you need to have decent internet service to have a streaming hotel. Stay young, smile, do funny things. Don't let age hold you back. I go to these Vegas, and doesn't matter, people just will gravitate. They like you. They see you smiling and happy. They see you out there, and it's contagion. It's contagion. But the bank who foreclosed wasn't amused. Sorry about that, Susie. Sorry about that, my honey. Yeah, I think it's the S10 on here. I'm really anxious to see how it's going to do at nighttime. I might do, if I'm going to be around this weekend, I might do a night stream in Santa Rosa. Hood chooch at night here. Yeah, Winky, you'd find out just how. You're really a good person. It's very, yeah, thank you, Monique. It's fun. Like I said, I can't wait to get caught up with D, but the nice thing about D is he's punching the clock. He's making the money because he's got the wind at his back right now. He's putting money towards the insurance and the registration, doing shit the right way. He has the same philosophy as I am. If I'm not bringing content, I have no expectation of support from anybody, okay? And D feels the same way. It's one thing to be out there chooching and doing it. It's another thing to be just sitting idle in front of a camera and expecting the world to be your oyster. You are outgoing, Monique. You are. You're very outgoing. You're actually one of the funniest people that I know on YouTube. Some of your one-liners are the funniest shit I've ever seen on YouTube. Approachable. So it's gonna be a long ride. Like I say, I might Rosie O'Kelly, the 1800 gold mine video, put up with the okay. Yeah, let me see something. I can't go to your channel right now. Hey. Okay, yeah, I would definitely like to see that with the, I'm anxious to see what this thing does at nighttime. It's like Colleen. I mean, I first knew Colleen when she came on. She sent us some coffee, she found us, and she put up a little bit of video here and there, and you know, we'd like to be supportive and stuff. We watch it, and now she's kind of found her niche of what she wants to do. She's close to 1,000 subscribers. She wants to live stream this stuff that's going on in Kona. I'm hoping she'll go over to Hilo too and capture a little bit of Hilo and the scenes over there. And now look at her now, you know, packing a chat room. And I don't care what the subject is. Is she not having a good time on YouTube with Space Ace and JoJo and the people that come on her panel? Yeah, it'd be cool to see Monique live stream. Yeah, all over the island. So here's somebody that's already had great success on YouTube in a very short period of time. Why? Because she found a passion and she pursues it. Find your passion and pursue it. She draws a good crowd. And like I say, if you can't laugh at the Hop Frog, and if you can't laugh at yourself and laugh at the antics on YouTube, you probably shouldn't be on YouTube. And she has a well-developed sense of respect to she's clearly able to look beyond somebody's the roar of the crowd to see somebody's heart, and I think that that's a very important thing. Yeah, she brings great island views. It's great content. Couldn't imagine Marshall in Honolulu. We're going surfing, baby. Surf's up. That's what I'm saying, Colleen. Why would anybody ever want to unsub from the greatest shit shows on planet Earth here on the Boyd? We start talking and I listen to. Thank you, Winky. Yeah, you're a wonderful person, Winky. You're a wonderful, wonderful person. Yeah, they're fun. They are a lot of fun. I would agree. Even if you're not participating, you sit back and unsub to him. He was rude. I think that's pretty funny. Well, all I can say is the fall season lineup on the Boyd looks pretty promising. Thank you, Cheese is Green. I will gag for you. Well, I've gagged a few over time, so. Oh, the Cokie frogs, yeah. I ain't Winky. I ain't nothing. I'm the old broad, but I'll tell you. Even the garbage trucks are fucked up here. The backup lights and stuff. So. Yeah, I think the fall season looks pretty interesting here. How do you deal with him? Hello, hello. How do I deal with him? Because he's, I want to choose my words carefully. We both share a love of vans and van dwelling. We both share a love of urban van dwelling, being around big cities and places like that. And when we're together and doing stuff, it's a Marshall you don't see here on YouTube. And as I said before, and I'm not going to put it out there, he's done some very nice things for Missy Jenn, Bobby, and myself that don't get because of a bond of confidentiality. Hey, how you doing, Shannon? How you doing, beautiful? Did you get my chat? Not yet, Shay Shay. I lived in a car for quite some time. Okay. Well, it's just there's that joy of being liking to do different foods and cheap foods and food reviews and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think you're probably correct. Hello, hello. But as they say at Paramount Studios, Marv, the fall lineup looks good, baby. You nailed it. Oh, Nightbot states wrong name. Okay. Okay, thank you, Shay Shay. I appreciate that. You know, 4 free tickets for Universal. I don't know. Somebody's sending me. I don't know. So we'll see how things play out. I kind of try to remember the times of September and follow. The one thing about viewers is that you know, it doesn't take any more to treat people with respect. Okay. But if you just have something that's basically what could be considered a troll chat, it is what it is over there. You reap what you sow on YouTube, you know. You know, people are going to come and people are going to go, but you got to sleep at night. You got to have conscience. I don't know where Tom Finland has been. I haven't seen him in a while. Try to remember the times of September. La dee, la 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 dee 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 dee. Yeah, you get disappointed when you go sub and there's no vids. I'm talking Harvey and Yaz. What about Harvey and Yaz? Yeah, I don't know who in the hell blocked Yaz on my channel. I had to unblock her. I got no van life. I can see that, but people to choose their cars beyond me. I'd be claustrophobic. I couldn't live in a car. I couldn't live in a car. I'd have to be able to sleep comfortably and stretched out. Could not do it. All right, take care, Shannon. For me, I need the sleeping is the most critical aspect of van dwelling. RV in New Hampshire and Maine. I bet that was nice. Yeah, I went to Maine with the Boy Scouts on whitewater canoeing up on the Allagash Wilderness, up on Chamberlain Lake, and all up near the border of Canada there. Very nice, except for the mosquitoes in June. That was terrible. Beautiful place, wild and woolly. I've learned the older you get, the more important. Absolutely, Monique, and the harder it gets too. You know, I'm at the point where I need to investigate. Yaz is unblocked. I don't have Yaz blocked. I went in and found her and unblocked it. I don't know who did it. I have no reason to block Yasmin. If she's still blocked, I will. I will double check that. Just pop me a link to her channel and we'll check that out. She's never done anything bad to me. I don't have any reason to block her. She seems like a very sweet gal. And I like Harvey too. Yeah, nursing's hell for sleeping. Hey hippie, how are you doing? Yeah, nursing is a round-the-clock job. Yeah, they open a hospital. It's like a casino. They never close. Never close. So I think that what do we got? I think you've agreed that the S10 has been a good addition here. The Streamlabs is working faultlessly now, so that's good. Okay, take care, Jen. Take care, sweetie pie. Exhausted from my toe tire with large stream of water going on. Winky, you sound really kinky, honey. I always want to tell you, it's the girls that are the sweetest, you know, the ones that they look like they just fell out of a Walt Disney movie. Freaky. And when the lights, and when she lets her hair hang down, then we get behind closed doors. Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. And I'm like, thank God. Original Al, how you doing, beautiful? Nice to see you. Isn't that nice that they invented doors? Jeez. Yeah, Monique's like, woo! Get freaky, baby. Marshall, stop calling me on a hangout, okay? You know, if I call him when I'm doing a hangout, he just goes ballistic, okay? I'm just saying, don't call me when I'm on a hangout, okay? How you doing, Jay? Oh, it's been so long behind my closed doors is cobwebs. Oh, I don't know, Monique. Just a little, as we say, a little bit of a kickstart, you know. You get a little of that starter fluid and boom, boom, fire right up, baby. Never miss a beat. Jay Berlin, how you doing today? Yeah, please. I'm live. I mean, if I call him and you're knocking me off my show here. Okay. I think there's some van or something. I don't know. Pardon me. I'm not sure if I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna bake tonight. How you doing, Celeste Martin? Nice to see you. It's Friday. It just feels like summer's kind of slipping away. I'm sure I'll feel like summer's alive and well when I get down to Yuma. Yeah, this is one phone call. yeah, that's a Pokey. It's only phone call. Oh boy, that's pretty funny. Looks like Colleen's got a. She's hit her stride on YouTube. That's cool. Listen to Vicky. Vicky, you love me, honey. Come on. Yeah, there you go, Scottish, the magic rabbit. Scottish, I love you, honey. You just kick-started me right there, honey. You just kick-started me. Yeah, I'm gonna be seeing Vicky up in Idaho. Checking her out. My magic rabbit has lost his magic. Well, that would be pretty cool, Monique, if you could ever pull together a streaming house. It'd be pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can do something if Mexico's cheap. Yeah, I'd like to love you, Scottish. You know what I'm saying? It's a 105 now. I know I'm kind of used to heat. Yeah, Cobra John's like, new batteries. I like my ladies in here. They keep it real, baby. They keep it real. Right, Karina? Huh? Yeah, original house, like, woo. There's another beauty queen of Boyd. I've been having a boob job lately. How did you recover? Actually pretty easily, because I had overs, I didn't have unders. If you have them under muscle, then it's a lot more painful. With the size of these mongos, I just wanted what they call the high profile. They call them the Hollywood porno implants. It's really better to go over with them, and recovery was very easy. I never missed a day of work. I just wham right in. Yeah, your bunny ran away. Hey, look, my ladies keep it real in here. All right. I'd like to have I'd like to rent the old Playboy mansion and have all my ladies come in. That'd be a blast, you know. No, mine are silicone. They're called the gummy kind. They're like 800 cc, but high profile. And then I grew another half cup size on that. Get rechargeable with lithium. Get the plug-in adapter. Recovery was a breeze. Nowadays, you know, they do so many things under local anesthesia now. Donate some fat. I'd like to have some of that in my ass, Celeste. I hope I don't get tempted in Algodondes to go into one of these cosmetic places and say, puff up my ass. That's it. All right, take care, sweetie doll. Winky, thank you, honey. Thank you. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? All the ladies. All the ladies. Rosie's rabbits, you know. They keep it awful fun here on YouTube. I'll be listening from the shower, love. I could say so many things, Winky. Yeah, hippie's like, I'd be there. Yeah, Rosie Rabbit Raid. There we go. Bring your toys, ladies. I have some fat tissues there. I have a breast bud in my stomach. There you go. But don't forget, that's what makes you a lady, too. All right? Don't forget. Ladies are so much more than the totality of, you know, fat tissue and all that. It's what makes a lady. It what makes a lady so much so enjoyable. Yeah, I know, Cobra John. I'm gonna have to pop over to the. I'm gonna have to get my teeny weeny bikini on. I'm gonna have to fire up an afternoon McNamara chat. Yeah, I'm in. Hey, Kiwana, how you doing, beautiful? I'm just outside testing out the S10. I'd be your toy, Karina, in a heartbeat. I'm just testing out the S10 here, seeing how that's working. I love it when my Nakes puts woo in the chat. See, I mean, it's like on it's like in some quarters of YouTube, sex is a dirty word. To me, it's just a natural, you know. You got it for a reason, baby. Isn't that right, Scottish? It ain't optional equipment. It's factory installed, baby, for a reason, huh? That's what I always say. There you go, Colleen. Use it or lose it. No, this is not the one from Vegas. This is another one. I never got my lighter back from Chase down there in Vegas. Guy suckered a light out of me. Yeah, when it's good, it's good. No, I don't pack that with weed. I'm not. I'm a drinker. I'm not a weed smoker. Men don't have. Cobra John, you're hitting that redlining. 5,500, 6,000 RPM. You're redlining. Let's see. Yeah, maybe give it a try. There you go, sugar. I know I've tried it before. It just didn't do a lot for me. I really enjoy the taste of beer, especially. I love the taste of beer. Oh, you're having a glass of wine now. Yeah, Kiwana, I have a couple a day. Usually one lasts like, they just go out all the time, so you just sit them down, pick it up later. So yeah, I like Michelob. I like Michelob Ultra. I enjoy that. Michelob Ultra. I love a good beer. My favorite beer right now is Michelob Ultra. It's good for the figure. Michelob Ultra Coors Lights I enjoy. I enjoy Guinness Stout. I enjoy dark beers too. They're very delicious dark beers. They're creamy. There's one called Death and Taxes here in the area that's very good. Yeah, try the Michelob Ultra. I can't believe the taste I can't believe the taste they get out of a light beer. It's amazing. Best beers come from the Czech Republic. I would agree with that, Sam. I would agree. That's who Budweiser fought for years. Budvar over there. Yeah, I don't drink ale. I just don't enjoy ale. I like a good, I like a lager beer. Isn't that when you start? I'm not sure. I think it was around my birthday, Susie. I think it was. Love it and cold, and yeah, I love it. Yeah, Coronas are nice. I think I'll probably take Missy Jenn to get a little Mexican tonight. So I live in Shinerbach, yeah. Hard to find, no. So I was really stunned at how incredible the flavor was that they got into, that they were able to pack into ultralight. I'm from the South. You can probably guess what beer is at our cookouts. I don't know. Let's guess. Don't tell us, Celeste. What beer? I would reckon Budweiser beer would be at your cookouts. Do you have to have an acquired taste for beer? I think it is. You wouldn't put a beer in front of... You put a beer in front of somebody for the first time, they're probably not going to tell you it's the best experience that they've had. Grapefruit beer that's German, of course. Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special. The beer we'll pour. Ask for more tonight. Let it be low and brown. Remember that? Yeah, Corona is a very good beer. Very good beer. Yeah, Budweiser. Here comes the king. Here comes the big number one. Do 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 da 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 da. When you said button, you said it. Oh, I like that, Susie. Tanqueray makes me evil. I love a good beer. I love a good beer. Yeah, Michelob, but that Michelob Ultra, man, it is unbelievable, the flavor that they pack into that. So what should, let's see, I'm trying to think, should I do a baking tonight or just do a late night hangout? I haven't quite decided yet. Might do both if I do it early enough. A guy called No Time sent me. Okay, Spider on the Wall, welcome to you. I think I saw your cousin in Las Vegas at the, your cousin, the Black Widow, on the grave. I'm not sure, Celeste. I'd like to do something with a, I'm thinking something along the lines of a shortbread. I've made shortbread before. Something with the basic butter, sugar, and flour. So I'm kind of, I got more canned cherries though. I got to think about that. I've done turnovers. I've done cherry pie. I'll tell you, did you see the graveyard one with the damn Black Widows there? One jumped on my leg. Something with, we'll do something. I've made shortbread before. It's turned out really good. Shortbread's a good thing to make. It's pretty easy to do. I like all kinds of cherry cheesecake. Yeah, just don't have any sour. I don't have any. I've made a lot of. I got to really watch my figure, especially getting ready to go to San Diego and everything. So. I think I might make a cherry galette tonight. I might do that. What's that called? Black Butte Porter. It's amazing. Okay, Scottish. Can you put a topping on it, or how are you serving it? You can chocolate dip them. The shortbreads. I've made my best cheesecake is a pecan crusted cheesecake. Now you got to imagine this. All right. What I do is I go buy pecan sandies, I pulverize them, I reconstitute them into a cheesecake mold, you know, the springform pan, and then I put the traditional cheesecake in there and then give it a little thing of caramel on top there. Oh my God, it is unbelievable. It is unreal. If you've never had that, go to your food processor, whack up some pecan sandies, and make the crust out of that one time. They'll be standing on the table. They'll be hanging on. Make a jelly roll. That's interesting. It's incredibly, that combination of salty and sweet and rich. Just put cheesecake into my search box and you'll be able to see I made that. You put in about, you're going to take about a half a stick of butter and cut that into it. And you're going to also put, no, that's about it. You don't need to add any sugar. And then you're going to, it'll be firm enough to work with, and then you can put it in the sides. It is so good. It is so good. Peach cobbler is good too. I like cheesecake too. Let's see, can someone tell me what the square with the question mark means? I don't even have that on my phone. I'm not sure, sweetie pie. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not seeing it on my end here. I'm not sure. Cheesecake's a good one. Cheesecake is a good one. So I don't know. I'll figure something out tonight and do that on the Rosie McNamara channel. We always have a lot of fun. Magic cookie bars from the 70s. We'll do something. I'm hungry too. I'm gonna go get some corn on the cob and fire that in. Yeah, there you go. Cobra John's like, I'm going to the store now. Yeah, I like blueberry. I like cherry, blackberry, all that. My favorite dessert is cream of some young guy. How you doing, Greg Travels? Well, you know, I don't know, Greg. It's different strokes for different folks. Black Forest cake. I ate an entire pie yesterday. You get those pecan sandies, Cobra John. You put them into your food processor. Cut in some butter into them, about a half a stick. It'll hold together really well on the side of the springform pan. Pour in your cheesecake mix, covered for about 25 minutes and then uncovered for the final 20, and just prop your door open to your oven when you're done. Turn it off and just let it cool off. Lemon bars are good. I love sweet potato pie. That's really cool. That's good too. Yeah, that jelly. Yeah, it's one of those things you never want to. I always use salted butter. I always use salted butter in my recipe. If I'm using it, I just won't add salt to pie crust and things like that. Baklava, yeah, that's another good one. So I'll figure out what to do tonight. Sometimes it's good to be a little creative when you're a little lacking in ingredients and stuff. I might make a skillet cornbread that we can enjoy tomorrow. Yeah, just put cheesecake. It's either here or on the Rosie Murphy channel, and just put cheesecake in the search box, and you're gonna find the pecan crusted cheesecake recipe. Hey, as long as you stay active, Susie. I only try to eat one real meal a day. Other than that, I love Monique loves that Yankee cornbread. You know who makes a good kit, Monique, down your way? Morrison's cornbread kit down there. You find them at the dollar store. They're amazingly good. Getting ready to start keto. Yeah, the Morrison's is incredible. Take some zinc and extra vitamin C. It's the you know what it is, Susie? It's the fall allergies are starting up here. You get a big spike in May and June, goes down, and then you get the fall, same kind of deal. Yeah, Jiffy ones are good too. Are you getting a van back? And I hope so, Patricia. I'm waiting for the dealer to update me. Hello, Judith. I'm hoping I get it back. I just don't like the allergy season. It gets me all packed up. Oh, you're going to New Philadelphia. Turn my oven on today. It's 95. Yeah, I've been on there some nights, teeny weeny bikini baking, 90 degrees, and firing that oven up to 800 degrees. Yeah, I hope it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. All right, guys. Well, it's been about 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down. I hope you didn't mind me expressing opinions today, you know, especially to Sugar. Apologize for the misunderstanding of what you were stating out there. I think you know, respect is always the key. All right, thank you, Mouse Toes, for being in here. Y'all have a good rest of your Friday. I will see you tonight. Good afternoon, everybody. Bye, Monique.